offense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. Power football with the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that was a dangerous throw. You could tell, didn't really get his feet set, was floating backwards, and what happens, that thing hangs up in the air, and the defense almost had the opportunity to get that pick, but they just dropped the ball, hit him right in the hands, too.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Converts on 4th down, still going. Gets away from one, he's got space. Touchdown, Florida! Once he got some room, it was over.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll set up to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
Man, it's nice to call plays when you call a pass and the quarterback doesn't see anything and he just takes off and makes you look good and turns it into a run. Nice job on that 2-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off-play action on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And the Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Jackson will throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bobcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
No, and those are those where you're just looking at your hands. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Jackson gonna throw it. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Sparks. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Wants to throw on 3rd. Got his man on the outside. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Lagway. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. The throw. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. third down. That was
time to take a shot. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Pulls it in. It's Evans. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
That's caught. It's Wilson.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
The Gators send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Bobcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Unloads it left. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Brown. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Bobcats want to move quickly. Jackson will throw. Here's a heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. He'll get rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, it's been a tough day for this defense so far, guys, especially against the pass. They haven't been able to force that many incompletions. They've already allowed 2 TD passes. They need more plays like that, and they got to be able to put it back-to-back to gain some confidence defensively.
Back to pass. This time on target. Nice, solid completion there. Hit him on the slant.
Yeah, and a nice route in the slot, too, by that receiver. Great job putting his foot in the ground, crossing the face of the defender, and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And that is no good. Always want to pile on those points when you can, guys, but you have a 20-point lead, life is good.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Jackson gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Bobcats line up to punt it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Heaves it on the run. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for big-time play.
Oh, man. Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Jackson will throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes. Defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab on the left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Bobcats decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see...
Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Jackson gonna throw it. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Texas State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up for the PAT. Hit hit that one with some aggression for the point after. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To the air. It's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that
going for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete on the right side.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete two-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The Bobcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Bring in the heat. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. On the move, it's ball. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking left. Caught on the outside, it's Sturdivant. Oh my goodness, he's not even close to the first down marker, and they'll have to give up the football. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Open space at the 25. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Jackson will throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Catch in the middle. It's Evans. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That leaves them with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making.
They got it. It's blocked. They will stop him short. Turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and that pretty much sums up the day, man. You've been getting beat all over the place. You're trying to make the score a little bit closer, maybe fight back in, maybe get competitive. Even your field goal unit isn't performing well. It's just not your day, dog.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Brown. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Turns it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the right. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback, receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Jackson going to throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Plows through the defense. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.